Hello students, hi friends, this is KD sir from KDCVAM channel once again to continue this series of Indian Evidence Act. Today we are going to add another video on the subject distinction between admission and confession. Right, this topic is very much important for law students as well as those who are giving competitive exams. Right, so दोनों के लिए ये बहुत जरूरी है, तो प्लीज ध्यान से सुनिएगा. राइट, और प्लीज शेयर आवर चैनल KDCVAM and also subscribe, right, so that it reach to number of students. I hope you are getting well. Okay, let's start. Distinction between confession and admission. Now admission and confession, if you see meaningfully, they are almost similar, right? So in general sense, admission means admitting of any fact as true, or it suggests the conclusion on the liability of a person who makes the statement. This is what admission means. On the other half, confession implies a statement which outrightly admits the suit. A confession is made by the person under indictment which proves a criminal offense committed by him or her. Right? So this is the difference, main difference between confession and admission. Right? Now first we will just see to the the definitions of both, and then we will see the difference between. Let's start. Definition of confession. Confession is used to mean a form of admission made by the accused declaring the inference that he/she admitted the offense. Now it is regarded as the best evidence against its maker and also against the co-accused. Right? Now let me tell you, कोई भी पर्सन अपने खुद के लिए खराब नहीं करेगा, कोई भी पर्सन अपने खुद को फंसाने की कोशिश नहीं करेगा. The only person will do the confession who feels guilty of himself. Right? So confession is very much important in criminal cases because it is related to crime. So not only against himself but also against co-accused. ये दोनों के खिलाफ चला जाता है. Now the person who is also involved in the accused in the commission of a crime. Now so it must either admit the crime or significantly all the facts that amount to the crime. Confession can be classified into two categories. One is judicial and another is extrajudicial. Judicial का मतलब है मैजिस्ट्रेट के सामने अपना बयान देना, that is called confession. And extrajudicial मतलब मैजिस्ट्रेट के अलावा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल पुलिस ऑफिसर हो या रिलेटेड फॉरेंसिक ऑफिसर हो, whoever related to this, right? तो ये जो लोग हैं जो ऑथराइज्ड हैं उनके सामने बयान देना, they are called extrajudicial confession. Okay, so extrajudicial confession का देख लेते हैं. When a confession is made before the police or any other individual excluding the judges is called extrajudicial confession. Okay, now next, admission का definition. The term definition can be defined as the voluntary statement. Right? सामने से आके सर मैं वहीं था, सर मैं आज वहाँ गया था, सर मैं आज यहाँ प्रेजेंट हूँ. एडमिट करना, ट्रूथ को, फैक्ट को एडमिट करना, दैट्स ऑल. ये सिविल में भी आ सकता है और क्राइम केसेस में भी. तो इट कैन बी ओरल, डॉक्यूमेंट्री और इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर्म. राइट, नाउ यहाँ पे देखिए ओरल भी हो सकता है एडमिशन, डॉक्यूमेंट्री भी हो सकता है, एंड एज वेल एज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फॉर्म में भी. आप ईमेल में भी एडमिशन दे सकते हैं, मतलब एडमिट कर सकते हैं. राइट, तो inferences about any fact in question or a material fact. Documentary evidence is one that is available in the form of letters, receipts, maps and bills, etc. An admission is made by any person who can be a party to the lawsuit, predecessor in interest of a party, agent or any person having certain interest in the subject matter. They have interest, right? Now see, these all are relevant person, right? That is related to that particular fact or fact in issue, right? But in confession, the person himself, right, it is out of guilt. Now an admission is considered as the supreme evidence against the party or who makes it, except if it is not true. Suppose if it is not true and made under those conditions that do not bind him or her, so it must be clear that certain and precise, right? So admission must be clear, सर्टेन एंड प्रिसाइज, किसी के जबरदस्ती से, किसी के बोलने पर, किसी के बहकावे पर ये एडमिशन नहीं होना चाहिए। नेक्स्ट, distinction. This is our main topic, right? Now यहाँ आप देखिए, I have written the difference between in each and every point. Just note down, right? Now by the term of confession, we mean a legal statement made by the accused in which he or she concedes the guilt of the offense. जो गलती की है वो एहसास, guilt of the offense. In contrast, बराबर, admission means just acceptance of truth or fact in issue or a material fact in a civil or criminal proceeding. This is the first point. Second one, the confession is made in criminal proceedings only. On the other extreme, admission is related to both civil as well as criminal proceedings. The third one, the confession must be made voluntarily in order to become relevant. Conversely, the admission does not require voluntary expression so as to become material. So, however, it affects the weight. Fourth one, the confession made can be retracted, right, easily. Now, in the crime cases or criminal cases, the confession जो बनते हैं वो तुरंत बदल जाते हैं या वापस ले लेते हैं. But once the admission is made, it cannot be retracted. The confession is made by the person under indictment, that is accused. Unlike admission, wherein the admission is made by any person, right? It is made by the person in the confession, but here any person, made by any person who can be agent or even a stranger also, but it should be related to that fact in issue or relevant fact. Now, confession always goes against the person making it. Confession always goes मेकिंग अगेंस्ट हिम, राइट? ये तो जैसा है, अगर मैंने जाके आज कहा सर मैंने ये मर्डर किया है, खत्म केस, राइट? तो इट विल गो अगेंस्ट मी. जो अभी तक का जो भी जो चल रहा था, ट्रायल चल रहा था, वो ऑलमोस्ट जस्ट अभी जो प्रोसिक्यूटर है उसको खाली इतना प्रूव करना है, यस इन्होंने ये किया है, राइट? तो मेरा जो बयान है वो एक ठोस सबूत बन जाता है, एविडेंस बन जाता है, राइट? So, on the contrary, admission is used on behalf of the person making it. That's right. So, conclusion. Now, to sum up, it can be said that admission has a wider scope than confession, as the latter comes under the ambit of the former. Hence, every confession is an admission, but every admission is not a confession. Okay? So, just remember this. The main difference between these two is that in the case of confession, the conviction is based on the statement itself, while in the case of admission, additional evidence is required, right? तो confession में statement दे दिया अगर convict ने, that's enough, right? But यहाँ additional evidence is required to support the conviction. Okay, so this is the major differences between confession and admission. I hope students and friends you got it. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद आया तो प्लीज लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करो हमारा इस KDCVAM चैनल को, राइट? प्लीज सब्सक्राइब इट so that it reaches out to more number of students and more number of friends like you. Okay, bye, see you in the next video. Have a nice day.